Okay, so simplifying with division. Before I do this one, let's just remind ourselves that 1 divided by 2 can be wrote as 1 over 2. So sometimes it helps a division sum to be wrote as a fraction. Okay, so if we look at this question, 10 to the power of 8, like in the previous video, that means we've got 10 times itself. So 10 times 10 times 10, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Divided by 10 to the power of 4, 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So we can see that they've got powers of 10 in common, and we then just need to simplify. So if you look 1, 2, 3, there's 4 on the bottom, which is 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. We can actually start to divide through by powers of 10. So if you divide by 10 first of all, that will leave you with 10 times 10 times 10 on the bottom. And there'll still be the 10 times 10 times 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7, all still on there. Now, so that's taken one power off from the top and one from the bottom. Repeat the process, divide by 10 again, that'll leave you with 10 times 10 on the bottom, and instead of being the 7 on the top, there'll be 6 this time, so I'll just move the camera over. 10 times 10 times 10, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, because I've divided by another power of 10. I can still simplify, there's still 10 to both top and bottom, so I can divide by 10 again. That'll leave with just 10 on the bottom, and instead of being 6 this time, there'll be 5 left. 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10. And then to get rid of that final one, divide by 10 again. That'll leave me, 10 divided by 10 is 1, so I'll put that there for now, and I'll talk about it in a sec. And then rather than being the 5 on the top, they'll just be left with the 4. 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, because you divide by 10. Now, anything divided by 1, if you share something out between one person, they just get everything. It doesn't have any effect, so we're just left with a 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which is better known as 10 to the power of 4. Now, some of you, I'm just going to squeeze it at the top, some of you, when you do this question, 10 to the power of 8, might be happy that 10 to the power of 8 over 10 to the power of 4, that you can divide by 10 to the power of 4. And if you can visualise that, and you know there'll just be 1 left on the bottom, and if you imagine that there are 8 on top, and you take 4 away, then you would also be happy that there are just 4 left. So if you can visualise it, you can do it without, that's great. But personally, it's worth 1 mark in the exam. It doesn't take very long to quickly show it, and make no mistakes.